everyone, I'm Charlotte Strong with Strong Art Creations, and I want to show you how I wash my brushes without washing them in the sink or putting paint down the drain. This is for acrylic paint. I can show you how I do it for oil paint in a future video, but today this is for acrylic paint. So I have a brush and I have black paint on the brush so that it will show up nicely on everything that I'm using. So the first thing I'm going to do, you can use old newspaper, old pieces of paper that you would normally throw in the trash. I'm going to use some baby wipes that I've used for other applications, wiping my hands, and other applications for painting. So when I have finished using the brush, the first thing that I want to do is wipe off all of the excess paint on a piece of newspaper or a baby wipe. The next thing I do is I spray it with a little bit of alcohol. I use 91% alcohol. 70% alcohol works just fine. 91% alcohol is just what I keep in the studio. Give it one more spray. And then this is Dawn dish soap. Any sort of grease relieving dish soap works. Probably also any kind of soap, whether it's grease relieving or not, would work. You can also use brush cleaner, but I use dish soap. So a lot of the paint is already off of that. This baby wipe, I often save them to use in mixed media art. I'll lay them aside and let them dry. You can layer them on a canvas because there is actually paint that has painted the baby wipe. So you can use that in mixed media art. You can use it to build up texture in your art. And if you don't work with mixed media art, you can also throw them away. So the next step is I have a little container that has dish soap and water in it. So I come into that container and I work it around. Now, normally I have a container like this that I keep a lid on. So I'm using this today for a demonstration because this is what I grabbed. But normally this is what I do. I keep recycled glass jars. And I'll show you what I do and when I'm done with this, because I'll actually pour it in there. Okay, so you can see that that's now pretty clean. So this is water. This is the rinse one. So this is the dish soap and water. That gets put aside, and this is the rinse one. This is water. Then I come in with a clean baby wipe and wipe it off, and it is now clean. Shape it, and it's all clean. Put it aside to dry. So this gets put aside, and I will reuse this several times for washing my brushes. And I will use this one a couple of times before I dump it out. And I dump it outside. But because this is rinse water, you need it to be free of soap. Solids will actually fall to the bottom, and you can dump most of it off and reuse a lot of the water, but for the most part I dump this one and refill it with water because this is actually rinse water. What I don't want is paint solids going down the drain, so I don't dump this down the sink, I dump it outside. But I let it sit so the paint solids can fall to the bottom. And this one I'll reuse because there's soap in there and I can reuse it for washing my paint brushes. And the same thing with the paint solids fall to the bottom. I dump off the water when it gets just a little bit too much, too dirty, too many paint solids in there, and I'll refresh it and make more of a wash jar. So that's it. That's how I wash my brushes. Thank you for watching. I'm Charlotte Strong. Please like and subscribe. I will see you next time.